Oh, hey everyone, this is Kevin, your entrepreneur. Sorry, I lost a beanie, a black beanie that said Metallica on it. Might have lost it on an overlay flight in Oklahoma or something like that. If any of you've seen it and know what happened to it, let me know. In the meantime, let's talk about a couple news stories today. And I normally make two separate videos, but screw it, I've got some stuff to do today, so we're just gonna do this in one take. And the first is that the Tel Aviv court bans Uber's ride-sharing operation in Israel. According to the Associated Press from Fox News, an Israel court has ordered Uber to stop its ride-sharing operations in Israel less than a month after launching the service in Tel Aviv. A taxi driver union and rival transit application Get petitioned the Tel Aviv District Court earlier this month to serve Uber with an injunction claiming it violated an Israeli law forbidding drivers without taxi licenses from levying fares on passengers. Judge Eitan Orenstein ordered the ban on Uber's ride-sharing programs in Israel, Uber Day and Uber Night. That's interesting. Uber Day and Uber Night. To go into effect Wednesday and raise concerns about its insurance for passengers. Uber may still operate its taxing heli service. So okay, I guess Uber has a taxi service in Israel. I guess Uber Day and Uber Night must be like the Uber X for us, and regular Uber is like Uber Black or Uber Lux or Uber Select for what we would do. So that pretty much has happened, and the reason that we're doing this two-in-one deal thing is because while that is definitely newsworthy, the other newsworthy thing is this little article from Business Insider called "Uber execs have been traveling the world trying to reassure regulators," and this kind of goes hand in hand where the article reads, Uber executives are traveling the globe to reassure regulators that the company is changing the way it does business after a string of controversies hurt the ride-hailing firm's reputation, its Asian head said on Monday. These comments came on the heels of Uber's disclosure last week that it covered up a 2016 data breach which compromised data some 57 million customers and drivers, prompting governments around the world to launch probes into the breach and Uber's handling of the matter. Authorities in Britain and the United States, the two top Uber markets, as well as Australia and the Philippines, have said they would investigate the company's response to the data breach. We've learned very quickly and we're tackling it very quickly. Brooks Entwistle of Uber Technology Inc.'s recently appointed chief business officer for Asia Pacific told Reuters. We have changed tax in so many ways in dealing with regulators, dealing with governments. He said at the company's offices in Tokyo where he is meeting with Japanese regulators. The article goes on and pretty much goes on to suggest that question. Well, is Uber really changing their tactics? And I don't know, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to cautiously, and I mean very, 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 very cautiously, say yes, if only because their new CEO announced the data breach up front. He didn't try to cover it up like a certain other CEO did, which we can't prove, but I'm pretty sure it happened. And I think this is like a new strategy of Uber's to be more on the offensive than the defensive. Like, let's start admitting the mistakes up front and let's start fixing it. Now, will this work? I don't know. Because the problem is this comes after a string of lawsuits. Here's the thing. If Kalanick was still the CEO of Uber, it would be a definite no. A definite no. That would have been like, you have obviously not learned your lesson. Heck, if Kalanick was CEO, we'd have been hearing about this data from a leak, not from the CEO himself. Because there's a new CEO and because he has been working pretty much overtime to try to change Uber's perception, maybe the regulators would be willing to give Uber another chance. But you know what? Uber has had so many chances. It's just tough. Now, of course, they've lost a couple markets. Israel is just, or at least this city in Israel, is this newest line of markets they've lost. Now, admittingly, they didn't lose us because of the data breach. They lost us because taxi drivers and rival Get complained to the government, and their government works very, very differently. Some people might say, well, they complained, why would the government suspend? I hate to say this, folks, but some courts in some markets, for lack of a better term, can be bought off pretty easily. That's just the way it is. Now then, we are still pretty early in the consequence of the data breach. We already have governments saying that they are investigating. Like, the United States government is investigating Uber. The UK is investigating Uber. London sure as heck ain't giving back Uber their operating license. Some of the Asian companies are investigating Uber. It's there is going to be some serious consequences to this. And for Uber's sake, I hope they don't run across another problem while this is going down, because there's one more. It is my belief that they are done. That they are done at that point. So that's pretty much what we're dealing with today in regards to this. We're going to just leave it at that. What do you folks think? Do you think this ban in Tel Aviv is the first of many markets that are going to kick Uber out, or do you think it's not related? Do you think Uber's going to be fine? Do you still think people should get a real job? I'd love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member for as little as $1 a month. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.